Hey guys, it is Miki Same Unlimited, and today is Thursday. Last week I did the Toot and Boot, bringing it back, and it did, in my opinion, fairly well. So I'm going to keep doing the Toot and Boots every Thursday. For the people that are new to the channel, the Toot and Boot segment is where I take two of the most recent cards that get released each week, and I review them. I give my overall opinions, and I toot them if they're good, boot them if they're bad, and just giving my insights. So also, for the people that are also watching this video, like the video, it's greatly appreciated. If this video gets 400 likes, it would just make my day, and that's all I could say. So, the two cards we're going to be tackling are going to be Malefic Selector and Malefic Paradox Gear. Now, they released a few other Malefic cards, but these were the ones, in my opinion, that I thought were the most impactful, so those were the ones that I personally wanted to tackle. I was like thinking about it. I was saying to myself, I'm like, it's been so long, because Malefic's is like a busted archetype. It's like not busted in a good way, busted in like it came like with like pieces missing when it first was introduced. It was an interesting concept, but it just wasn't executed well. Let's get on into Malefic Paradox Gear. It's a level 1 dark machine effect monster with 0 attack and 0 defense. Okay, and let's read Malefic Paradox Gear's effect. Alright, his effect is, if a face-up field spell is on the field, you contribute this card to special summon one Malefic Parallel Gear from your deck, then add one Malefic monster from your deck to your hand except Malefic Parallel Gear. Its other effect states, if you would banish a monster to special summon a Malefic monster from your hand using its own procedure, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard instead. Okay, this is very interesting. In my opinion, right when I first saw that they were making a new Malefic Parallel Gear and they were making a Paradox Gear, I was like, oh, so it's going to just most likely be a better retrained version of Parallel Gear, and it's just going to replace it. This is a good fucking card. I'm going to toot this card, and I'm going to give many reasons why. Not only is this card a +1 mechanic, but I also like how it utilizes Parallel Gear. It still makes Parallel Gear still a viable, alright, good card in the deck. Parallel Gear allows you to synchro summon using shit in your hand, which is basic, but having it being able to summon for free, and on top of that giving you that additional Malefic is also really good. It's like I said, it's just a +1 mechanic. It's something that is just going to be a card that in my opinion would be used at 3. Reading the new Malefic cards actually inspired me to actually play Malefics, which I've never done before, and actually throw my hat in the ring. Because you know what it is with me, I always liked underrated, less high tier base decks anyway. And I like seeing an interesting thing like that just getting thrown there. I like seeing a deck that lacks a lot that gets something. So this card gets a toot from me. I think this card was very well made. And yeah, I can't give any downside to it. You tribute it, it's basically a lone fire from Malefics with a little extra, extra seasoning with a little extra Malefic on top. So I think it's good. I think it's a great card. Alright, the next card I'm going to be tackling is Malefic Selector. It's a normal spell card. Malefic Selector's effect states you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. Its main effect states you could banish 2 Malefic cards from your graveyard to add 2 Malefic cards from your deck to your hand with different names from each other and those banished cards except Malefic Selector. Yet again, this card is great. Yet again, you gave Malefics a deck that had nothing and gave them something. Because you know what it is? It's just a deck that lacks, because this deck originally when it came out lacked spamming capabilities, searching / draw power, and destruction. This deck still doesn't have destruction, but now with territory, you have the ability to spam them, and with this, and Malefic Paradox Gear, and mainly with Selector, you have the ability to get that a little bit of consistency and draw power out of the deck. So now the deck has the ability to have some draw power consistency and being able to splash multiple cards, especially with territory, being able to summon multiple ones at the same time, being able to spam the field and actually synchro XYZ into like other things. So it's interesting. So for me, in my opinion, looking at this card, I'm also going to toot it, because anytime when I ever see a +1 mechanic, how could you, unless it had like a extreme backlash, could I not give this card a toot? I think that, especially from last week, reading those two fucking garbage cards last week, the fucking Red Eyes and Exodia, they were just horrible. Reading two good cards like this just gives me that little bit of extra satisfaction. And I've been having fun with them. I've been playing this deck, and it's alright. Because you know what it is? It's like, there are times where it's like, if you don't draw a field spell, you're drawing nothing but Malefic monsters, you brick hard. If you're just looking for a fun, casual deck just to shoot the breeze and just try out these fun cards, because not only are they fun, the deck's fun, the deck actually got good support, not just okay support. They did really good support. So I was really pleased with this week. And I mean, I gave both cards toots. I'm sure that you guys, you know, I mean, in my opinion, they could probably definitely do more and keep giving more Malefic support to give it that extra little push in the right direction, because they're basically there. I mean, you only need to give them like maybe like a little teeny bit more, and then they're probably like going to be good on their own and they don't need anything else. But it's just my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video where I tackled the Toot and Boot segment, tootin' and bootin', you know, the most recent cards. So, you know, it's my own news segment with like a little Kisame twist. So this Saturday, Spidey's going to be uploading our joint video, thank God, and that's not dumped on me. So, yeah, Spidey will be doing that, and yeah, so you guys will be seeing me again on Saturday. So, have a great day, better tomorrow, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Let's hope next week also has some good cards.